What's up, guys? I'm going to be reviewing Salem, Season 2, Episode 11, entitled On Earth as in Hell. So last week we left off that John Alden and Cotton Mather have taken the child, Mary's child, and they're trying to get the demon that's inside of him to they're pretty much trying to get the demon out of him. They're trying to do kind of an exorcism. They're planning to, I guess. And the boy turns into the demon. Well, we see his demonic side, and he's like, "You're too late. There's nothing you can do," and that's pretty much how the episode ended. So in this episode, also last week, Mary got arrested for adultery I think that's what the excuse was. I don't think they charged her for being a witch. Remember, they didn't do that. So at the beginning of this episode, we see Hawthorne. He's humiliating Mary. He's putting her in the wooden crate shackles, whatever you want to call them. And this is all being done in public. She's got all this makeup on. She's being humiliated. Meanwhile, in the woods, we see Marburg. She comes up to a female Native American. She's trying to find out where John Alden is, because John Alden has the child, and and Marburg wants Mary's child to continue to do this baptism, which we later learn. Well, yeah, we later learn in this episode why she wants to do this, but so she's looking for Alden, and then this witch. Not this witch, the Native American who helped John Alden get back into shape and return to be, his healthy self. So Marburg goes to see her. She pretty much ends up killing her. Later, Marburg shows up to where Mary is being hung. Well, not where she's hung, but where she's in public. She's shackled in public. She goes to see her, and she's like, I'm trying to find Alden and the boy. And Mary's like, well, you're not gonna find them, and even if you do, you're gonna be late. And Marburg's like, what do you mean late? What are they gonna try and do? Perform an exorcism? So then we are taking a scene where Mather is in the woods and then there's Alden's there and his son. The child has become himself again. The demonic side has gone away for now, or so it appears. The kid keeps trying to get Alden to loosen his ropes. He's like, "Oh, the ropes are tight on me," but this is probably a ploy to attack him. This is the demon inside of him who's kind of forcing this kid to try to play the innocent game and try and be like, "Oh, my hands hurt. Can you loosen them up a little bit?" So Alden doesn't do it. He knows better. Later, Cotton's like, "Okay, let's perform this exorcism already. Let's get this kid to try and say a prayer, because apparently demons can't say like lines from the Bible or something, or so it seems. Or that's how I saw it." And the kid tries to say it, but he just can't. And eventually, he just goes nuts and just starts yelling, and then eventually he just passes out. Cotton Mather is trying to then continue to perform the exorcism. Still, Marburg ends up while this is going on. Alden just standing there watching, and then out of nowhere we see Marburg kind of enter Alden's mind out of nowhere. And she now knows where he's and the kid and Mather are located. She was in his mind long enough to find out where they were. Um, then we're taken to another scene where Mary's still hung up there. She's still shackled in public, kind of like Isaac the Fornicator was in the first episode of Salem in season 1. So Hawthorne then comes up to Mary saying that Marburg has issued a bond to release Mary, so Mary's let go. Mary ends up telling then Anne that about her child, and that how the child is being used to bring out the Dark Lord. So then the demon, and so we're then taken to another scene where the demon in the kid reawakens and tells Mather and all that he will use the kid's body and grow up and pretty much rule the land. The demon then attacks Mather. Alden then, seen enough, he's like decides to approach the kid, trying to pull him off, just take the kid, and just kind of he ends up throwing him against the wall and with all his strength, and that apparently is enough to knock the kid unconscious again. I mean, how many times is this kid gonna fall unconscious? I mean, that was like the third time in like one episode. But anyway, falls unconscious again. Eventually, he reawakens again. He's himself for now. Marburg is getting closer. So Mather and Alden are getting on a move. They're moving. They know that she's coming and that they have to get going. So they do. They're a little too late because Marburg catches them, and she catches Alden, or actually Sebastian catches Alden, and meanwhile Mather and the kid run off. Mather ends up running into Anne, his wife, and she's like, "I'll take the kid," Well, first of all, she's like, "Oh, well, you should come with me. I know a great hiding place." And Mather's like, "Well, I gotta help John Alden. He saved my life. I gotta go save his." But Anne's like, "Well, let me get the child at least," and then she's gonna hide him. And I'm assuming she's gonna hide him in that secret space where only her parents know where it is. But her parents are dead, so only she knows where it is. This hiding place where she unlocked the Book of Shadows. I'm assuming that's the place that she's talking about. What I love is how Mather doesn't question what Anne is doing in the woods. But pretty much that is the end of that episode. So, a lot happened. There's only 2 episodes left until the season finale, so the pace is gonna be picking up a bit. There's only 2 episodes left. I haven't checked yet if there's gonna be a 3rd season. Judging by the way this is going, doesn't seem like there should be a 3rd season, but because looking at these episodes, we see now that Mary does not want to be a witch anymore. She wants to be with her child. She wants to give up this whole witch thing, and but so we'll at least know if there is going to be a season 3 that at least there shouldn't be a season 3. Now that we know that she doesn't want to be a witch, and Anne, I don't know if Anne really wants to be a witch anyway. So Marburg is this biggest threat. She's like the elder witch. She's the Essex. She's the Essex witch. She is the. Once she's defeated, how are you gonna top it? You're just not. So I don't see there being a 3rd season, especially since they're getting a little way too far from the truth in this season. So overall, this episode was pretty decent. It certainly had good parts to it, some good intense parts. we'll see how the other two episodes go. But as for this episode, it's pretty decent. The show, like I said, is worth checking out. Like I said in my other videos, it's not the greatest of shows, but it's definitely a show worth watching. It's an enjoyable show. I enjoy watching it, and it's a show that I look forward to watching on Sundays. And what's good about it is that they show a bunch of reruns of the show at 10 o'clock. So the show is Sundays at 10 on WGN America. But I don't even watch it at 10. I end up now that *Halt and Catch Fire* on AMC has premiered, I watch that at 10, and then at 11 I watch Salem. And I think they show the latest episode of Salem 4 in a row. They do it 4 times in a row. They replay the episode. It's very convenient for those who are watching other shows like Game of Thrones, for instance, and *Halt and Catch Fire* on other channels. So that's good. But anyway, guys, that is my review for this episode. Like, comment, subscribe as usual, and I will try and post some more videos up and do the final 2 reviews for Salem season 2, and then we'll see if there's going to be the season 3, and I'll have to look that up. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and as always, see you next time for more reviews, unboxings, and other things related to TV.